Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series of course Control System 1. In this video, we will start our unit 1, that is general. The first topic under this unit is basic concept of control system. In that we will learn introduction of the control system and some important definitions. Control systems are an integral part of our lives and play a very important role. From a very simple examples like a fan, a bread toaster, towards some complicated examples like a power plant or a missile launchers, we are dealing with so many examples of control system. All these control systems are designed by humans, but we must realize that we are not the only creators of control system. Control system also occurs in nature too. Our human body is an excellent example of a very complex control system including respiratory system, digestive system and reproductive system. In this way, control system course deals with engineering as well as non-engineering fields. Here we could able to see a control system which will have input and output. A definition of control system. In definition of control system, there are two words, that is control and system. It is an arrangement or combination of various physical components connected in such a manner to attain a certain objective. Friends, let us take an example of a bulb. Now, a bulb is a system which is utilized to get output as light. It has input of electric supply with 230 volt AC, that is alternating current, in which it will give us a output as light. So this is a system which consists of a bulb in which there is one tungsten filament used. So this is example of control system. What is mean by input? The excitation or stimulus applied to a system from an external source in order to produce an output is called as input signal. So it is nothing but an excitation or a stimulus applied to the system from external source. Now let us see what is mean by output of the system. The actual signal obtained from a system is called as output. Sometimes it is also called as controlled output since we are using the components to control that particular system. So this is the definition of output. Let us see the classification of control system. In classification of control system, there are two types of control system. First is open loop system and second is closed loop system. It is also called as feedback control system. What is mean by open loop system? Open loop system does not automatically correct the change in the output by adjusting the input. Let us see the block diagram of open loop system. Here is output of the system, it is input of the system. So according to the first definition, it is said that it does not automatically correct the change in the output by adjusting the input. Dear friends, we know very well that the output we are getting here is very dependent on the input. But if we have to change this output, then it cannot be corrected directly by changing in the input. That is meaning of open loop control system, because in open loop control system there is no feedback connection from output to input, or we can also say there is only the flow from input to output, but there is no any flow given in this particular system from output to input to judge whether we have received the expected output or not. Also, control action is independent of the output. The same statement is rewritten. Now let us see the closed loop control system. In closed loop control system, it automatically correct the change in the output by adjusting output using feedback. See friends, here the term used is feedback. Now let us see a diagram here. Now in this diagram we could able to see there is a block called controller, there is plant, and this is feedback or sensor. So here we are able to see that there is some connection from output to input, where it will be possible to check whether our output is desired output or not. Control action is dependent on output. Yes. Now let us see the block diagram in detail. The block diagram includes input, then controller, then plant, output, sensor or feedback. Input is indicated by R of t. R stands for reference. Output is indicated by C of t. C stands for controlled. Why it is controlled output? Because it is controlled with the help of controller. Then B of t is nothing but feedback. So these are the coefficients of input, output and feedback. E is called as error. Dear friends, this block, circular block with cross sign, is called as a summing block, and this block will be utilized for adding the different signals which are coming into that. So since this is a feedback signal coming as B of t and this is input coming as R of t, here we will get the error as E of t. This is a classification of control system including open loop and closed loop control systems. Next, the advantage of open loop systems are it is simple in construction and design, then it is economical since it uses only two components like controller and output. Next, it is easy maintenance. Next, it is having not much problems of stability since it is having again less components, but it is having some disadvantages like it is unreliable. It is unreliable because it doesn't give the feedback connection from output to input, because of which we are unable to recognize whether we are getting the expected output or not. It can be inaccurate due to parameter variation or internal disturbances. Time to time, accuracy and quality maintenance is required to check the reliability of open loop system. Let us see the advantages of closed loop system. It is highly accurate. Its accuracy is very high only because of what? A feedback which is present in a path which is coming from output to input. Sensor can adopt required change. There can be some changes with respect to parameters, let's say environmental conditions or internal parameters, or just like a sensor has to be changed. So sensor can adopt the required change according to the requirement of the system. It is having high bandwidth. It can be operated in various ranges of frequency and it facilitates the automated system for user. So these are some good advantages of a closed loop control system. Let us see disadvantages. Since it is using a sensor, that is feedback, it is having little complicated design as compared to open loop system. Its maintenance is also costlier since it includes more components. System may become unstable because of more inclusion of the materials or blocks into the system. Let us see now the examples of open loop system: bread toaster, automatic washing machine, electric hand dryer, fan. Examples of closed loop systems are missile launcher, air conditioner, automatic electric iron, and voltage stabilizer. Dear students, let us discuss the two examples, one from each type. Let us see a fan. How fan acts as a open loop control system. In fan, we know the input is 230-volt AC supply and output of a fan is air. Generally, air is used to evacuate the heat inside the room or any hall. This fan will rotate according to the speed at which the user will set. Now, the purpose of this fan is to evacuate the heat or to have air circulation in that particular area. But there is no any feedback signal from output, that is whether that particular purpose of using fan is fulfilled or not, even after the person or the area in which the fan is located, the purpose is getting fulfilled, still the fan will run without any indication that the purpose is fulfilled. In this way, there is no direct connection between output to input. That is, we cannot automatically change the output by using input because there is no feedback. Hence, fan is an example of open loop system. Now let us see the example of air conditioner. In air conditioner or AC, what happens? We switch on the AC. Let us take a condition where we find that the temperature is high according to the room temperature and we want to reduce it. So we will take a remote of our air conditioner and we will set to some desired temperature. Let us say the current room temperature is 37 degrees Celsius and we want little cool atmosphere inside our room. So with the help of remote we will set the limit, let's say 27 degrees Celsius. As soon as you will set the limit 27 degrees Celsius, the temperature of the room will start decreasing, which will operate a compressor of the air conditioner, and the compressor will run till the room reaches up to the temperature of 27 degrees Celsius. After it reaches to 27 degrees Celsius, the temperature sensor, which is acting like a feedback into our AC system, will sense the temperature 27 degrees Celsius and it will automatically switch off the compressor of our air condition, which will minimize the power consumption of AC. As soon as 27 degrees Celsius is reached, there will be constant temperature maintained inside our room. In this way, the compressor operation is being controlled with the help of feedback given in our system. In this way, AC is the example of closed loop system. Thank you.